Fala galera, bem-vindos a mais um episódio de Sonoridades. A entrevistada de hoje é Cristina Scabbia do Lacuna Coil. A gente falou por ocasião da vinda deles do Summer Breeze. Falamos um pouquinho do disco novo que tá para sair, de músicas novas. Tá dando um spoilerzinho aí de quando tá a prévia para sair o disco. Falamos de inteligência artificial, dessa visão diferente que as pessoas têm hoje da Cristina. Isso é daquela estereotipada de mulher bonita cantando para mulher interessante, que tem algo a acrescentar, além de cantar e ser bonita, obviamente. Falamos também de muitas coisas bacanas em relação ao cenário metal. Espero que vocês curtam, compartilhem. Lembrando que o Rio Grande do Sul está precisando da sua ajuda. Aqui embaixo tem para onde você pode doar, fazer a sua colaboração para ajudar o pessoal lá a se levantar dessa tragédia que está acontecendo por lá. Beleza? Curta, comente, compartilhe. Tamo junto. Obviously, this is not your first time here in Brazil, but I think it's your first time playing a huge festival here in Brazil.
Yes.
So,
And
how are the expectations?
we are absolutely ecstatic and stoked because it's been a while. We've been in Brazil, and I'm always getting so many messages. I would say that the most messages we get from the rest of the world are either from Brazil or Mexico, always asking us, why don't you come over? Why don't you come playing? You know, we're waiting for you. So when we've been offered to be playing in Brazil again, we were like, yes, please. Yes, please. And we are very, very happy. Very happy to be back. We actually took a couple of days off as well because we would like, you know, to just like inhale Brazil even more before we head over to the rest of the tour.
It's very good, very good. And what can you spoil about the set list? I know you have something new being planned, but
yeah, you know what? We didn't decide the set list yet. I mean, we have, you know, an idea of how it's going to be, but we might always change it. The plan is maybe playing something new, but I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. Did I say anything? No, I don't think so.
Also, we can see you're a gamer, so we'll talk about games later.
Yes, I'm in. Anytime.
Yeah, but how do you encapsulate your entire career in a set list? Because you're celebrating 30 years of career. So how do you encapsulate all this?
It's really hard. Usually when we think about the set list, we think about the environment we're going to be playing, if it's a festival, if it's a tour. There are songs that we obviously kind of have to play because they're more singles than others, or, you know, just are more popular, like, you know, Heaven's a Lie, or other songs like, I don't know, Swamped. We try to take everything from every record. Sometimes we don't go too back in the past, and this is a question that I get many times, because apparently the majority of our crowds know us from Come Alive's on. That's why we tried to include some of the older songs in some of the playlists, and most of the people were like, this is new. Is this a new one? I don't know it. So we kind of make a mix of everything, obviously, you know, giving more attention to the latest stuff we played as well.
but I want to talk about New Dawn.
Yeah, Never
They
Dawn.
released- Yeah, Never Dawn,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yes.
It released last year. It's a
Mhm.
great single. It have everything we expected about Lacuna Coil and a little bit something a little bit newer. So how this idea came
Yeah.
up? It's a song for the new record, just a single.
I think we will include it in the new record because I mean it is Lacuna Coil for sure. But I gotta say that the story behind it's a little bit different because um as you can say, you know, I am and we are big fans of the nerd world. I mean, we always go to comic convention, we know many people. So it happened that a couple of years ago, we were in Lucca Comics, which is the biggest comic convention in Italy. And both Maki, our bass player and producer, and myself got in touch with Simon, which is a huge brand of gaming, of table gaming. They are famous for a game called Zombicide, you know, with miniatures and, you know, paper, all the setups that are coming with the games. Um, I got to interview David and Thiago, who are, you know, the boss and one of the main men at Simon. And Maki was always at their booth because he's a huge fan of table games and Zombicide. So we became friends. And we started to talk about something to put musically over their trailer of their upcoming crowdfunding for their new game. And they asked us, like, why don't you guys write something? Initially, it was just music. And then Maki was just like, why don't we actually write a song and not just the music, you know, inspired by it all? And we said, like, I'm in because I totally love, you know, the story of this new Zombicide. I love the atmospheres. We love gaming, so it's perfect combination. And Never Dawn came out inspired by White Death, which was the game that they were going to release. And in the end, it was even the next step because we became real miniatures inside the game. So whoever participated to the crowdfunding got our special miniatures of each member of Lacuna Coil. And I'm very happy because it was so very well accepted. It was heavy, it was epic. I loved writing the lyrics because I was very, very inspired by the old imagery of the game. And it was one of the best collaborations ever. Last year, Simon brought us to Comic-Con San Diego as guests at their booth. We did signing sessions. We were giving away a special comic made on purpose with a part of the story of the game. And we love Simon, so we will collaborate again for sure.
Maybe you can come here to Brazilian Comic Con.
That would be amazing. I'm up for it. I'm up for it. I am up for it. I
Yeah,
will go to any comics. Unfortunately, because of time, I can't all the times. Damn it.
I know. But this song will be in the new album.
I think it will be. I think it will be because it will make sense and also fits with the other songs. Really fits with the other songs.
Which you can
Any
tell
heavy
us,
songs.
yeah, which you can tell us more.
I can't really tell you a lot. I can tell you that we are progressing very fast. We are almost like 100%. We completed, let's say, the demoing. We still have to record the rest of the songs, but we will soon, probably after the tour, after the North American tour. And if everything goes as projected, before the end of the year, will be released.
Oh, it's very
And
cool.
that's already a big news because, I mean, we always say we don't know, maybe.
Yeah. It's good. It's good. I really like it.
Yeah, me too. Me too, because I absolutely love the song. All the songs I know that, you know, I'm part of the process. So, but I'm very pleased.
talked earlier about Comalize, the people that getting to know Lacuna Coil from Comalize forward.
Yeah.
So 2022, Comalize 2020, you release an album that's kind of deconstruct the earlier album, add
Yeah.
more things. So how do you see the reaction to this album? Because everybody that was listening said, "Oh, this is Lacuna Coil," but man, this doesn't sound like Lacuna Coil.
You know, we were a little bit, I don't want to say that we were scared when we had this idea, but we were like, I mean, we're taking risks here because Comalize, it's kind of the holy grail of Lacuna Coil. It's the record that made us step up the game. It's when, you know, we played Ozfest and we became a professional band. You know, we did that step, and a lot of people fell in love with the songs in Comalize. But when we thought about the celebrations, we said, like, we can't just release like a remaster edition. I mean, that wouldn't be right. And also because under the pandemic, we didn't want to like go somewhere else. We said, let's make a proper celebration and try to rewrite from scratch Comalize as we would have write it today. So it's still us, still, you know, the core is still the same. But let's see how it would sound, you know, with all the experience, with the fact that we still love metal, but we maybe love, you know, more the aggressive part of metal. I mean, we found out that we like to be heavier, you know, going against the trend. And Comalize XX came out and everybody was really pleased and happy. And that made me happy because I was like, okay, that means that we don't sound nostalgic, but you can still see that Lacuna Coil is still the same that it was 20 years ago. And that makes me incredibly proud, you know, for all we did so far.
Just another day, the shame is gone. Destiny can replace my life. Scary shadows of my past are alive.
Real great, because for fans like me who get in touch with Lacuna Coil from the early beginning, 1999, 2000,
Thank
and
you.
heard this new Lacuna Coil is like a huge innovative thing, a huge creative thing, and a real great step for the future of Lacuna Coil.
I really appreciate. I really appreciate.
And another thing that I don't know if you aware that, but a lot of people tell me to ask you this: how do you see your music during the pandemic? Because for a lot of people, Lacuna Coil songs kind of comfort them during this COVID time. So how do you see the importance of your song for these people?
It's something that sometimes I have to pinch myself when I think that our music can connect to so many people, because I honestly don't think about that. When we compose music, we write our story. It's like a diary that in which we push all the feelings, good and bad vibes in it to release ourselves. But I use music as medication as well. You know, I listen to other people's music. You know, I have my own playlist on Spotify. I put CDs on and listen to vinyls at other people's houses. And music, it's healing me as well. So it was really important for all of us, you know, to stay connected and to listen to some music during the pandemic, even if, to be honest with you, I didn't really feel inspired to write new lyrics. I wanted to do something different because I didn't want anything connected to pandemic to be in the new music. I don't know how to explain, you know, sometimes you just like, okay, no, it's not the right time. I wanted to explore something different. I wanted to learn something different. That's, when I started to play more video games and to get more into electronic stuff and Twitch and my own merch line. I had to go somewhere else. I didn't want to get blocked in the pandemic with music and then start again. I wanted to restart after the pandemic.
Yeah, and and it was a great thing because the fans begin to know a different Cristina that they have.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, that is true. Yes, that's the power of socials. They can be bad at times, but sometimes they can be really good because we're far from each other and we can be connected at the same time. That's the good part of it. I am glad that many saw, as you said, the other side of Cristina. I mean, I have many sides. I never hidden, the gamer nerd side, but I think that it became even more prominent. And it actually became a sort of another job because, I mean, you have to dedicate a lot of time to this as well. So that kind of taught me, how to juggle in between my two favorite lives.
Yeah. And another interesting is that from 2010 to back then, you were like the Cristina Scabbia, the beautiful singer of Lacuna Coil, the very talented singer from Lacuna Coil. From 2010 to 2020, the beautiful singer from Lacuna Coil, the interesting Cristina from Lacuna Coil, the very talented girl from Lacuna Coil. And then 2020 to 2030, the gamer Cristina Scabbia, the nerd Cristina Scabbia, the very talented Cristina Scabbia, the huge person Cristina Scabbia, and then the beautiful part of Cristina Scabbia. I mean,
isn't it funny?
Different things, yeah.
Isn't it funny that, I mean, these two worlds are so connected and they're clashing at the same time? Because, I mean, when I think about like video games and table games, it's very connected to the metal world, like either as imagery, even as music, they are very connected. But years ago, to be a nerd, it was equal being, just like, oh, that's a nerd, let's not even go close to that person. How can I say, not the asshole, but the silly one, in the group is just like, oh, he's a nerd, don't even listen to this person. And at the other side, the rock star is the opposite. Is like, oh wow, this person is a rock star, is someone you have to look up to. So to bring together these two worlds, it's so crazy because now I mean, I love this because I always thought that nerds were a step ahead. I always thought that they always were the most attentive and creative, sometimes very autistic in a way, because we know what we want. We know that we want to do it this way. We want to platinum games. We want this game to be done this way. But back then, the opinion on nerds was very different. And now it's like, now nerds, streamers, they are the new rock stars in a way.
Kind of a quality. It's kind of a...
And it's so weird. Everything is so mixed up. I love it.
Yeah. And since then, and like then, you were a role model for a lot of girls. How do you see this? Because
I don't know, because I mean, I never planned it. I am happy because, I mean, of course it's a huge responsibility, but on the other side, I'm happy because I think that I could be a good role girl because I always try to spread good vibes. I always try to, to communicate the idea that if you want to reach to your goal, you have to work hard and you have to be yourself. You don't have to be fake or, I was always really open and really honest. So I'm happy that, someone think that I can be a role model or I can inspire someone. That's the biggest, honor for me, that someone else can choose to become a singer or maybe a streamer or a nerd because of me. That makes me really, really happy.
Yeah. And well, since we talk about technology and we'll talk about games, we're dealing with AI. So do you think AI could be good or bad for music?
No, for music, you know what? I still have to know more about AI. My first impression is that I hate it deeply. I think that it could be interesting and useful in many ways. But what humans are capable of, it's never 100% good. So I know that it will go downward. I mean, we could use it, to explore galaxies. We could use it to get better in medicines and science. But I know that a lot of people will be using it for bad reasons. Speaking about music, I am confident that the creativity that a human being with emotions, with a soul can have will not be comparable, hopefully ever, to AI. I think about songs like, I don't know, the one of the Police, do 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 da da da. It's all I want to say to you. An AI would be like scratching the forehead if it had one, and say like, "What is this? What does it mean?" But it sounds good. It's rhythmically good. It works with that voice. There are so many things you have to bring together to write music, to emotion other people, to give the emotion that for AI, it's difficult to bring this emotion because it doesn't have one yet. But my actual opinion is just like, I want to continue write music without AI for a long time.
Let's just have AI on video games.
Exactly. Video games, if they progress, like, I love that. But in music, mm. Maybe it can be helpful. This is my first opinion because I don't know that much. Maybe I don't want to know that much about AI. I just want to keep it there, just like, I don't know if I want to know you.
Let's just don't open the Pandora box.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think I have time for 2 more questions.
Yes.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay. This other question is like a more tricky question. Just joking.
Yeah.
If you have to say something to the Cristinas from 1994, what would you say? And if you have to have Cristina from that time saying something to you nowadays, what should it be and why?
Okay, if I could talk with myself regarding music and the beginning of my career, I would tell Christina, be yourself. Don't care too much about what other people might think about your looks, what you say, what you think. Just be yourself. Because in the very beginning, I was adjusting, so I was trying different looks. Some of them were not really representative of who I was. And I wasn't feeling very confident on stage because it was too much or not enough. So I would just stay like, chill out, be yourself, and just like go for it and just have fun. Um, Speaking about the gamer Christina, speaking to the old Christina, I would say don't stop playing video games. Even if you're on tour, you're busy in music, keep on playing, because I would be so much better if I would have not left many years, because I was always on tour and I kind of forgot how to play. So I wish that I had, the experience collected in all these years. And if I would do this the way around, well, I would tell the old Christina to pat me on the shoulder and just like, you're doing a good job. Keep the passion alive. Don't care about what people say. Sing your songs, write your lyrics, sing with your heart, and don't think too much about AI.
Great. And the last one is about video games and movies. If you have
Yes.
to put a song of Lacuna Coil in a movie or a game,
Hmm.
what game should be and why? And which song would you put in the soundtrack?
In a game, I would either love, well, first thing first, it should be like an action movie. I love, sorry, yeah, either movie and game. I
Yeah.
love games with a story. It could be like an action video game about maybe vampires. Um, or maybe something like Doom or Resident Evil. I mean, it's hard to say because I mean those games have a specific music to be with. They don't really use a lot of like artists from the outside. Um, let's say a new video game about vampires, like a cool, cool, cool Japanese role play game with vampires. I don't know.
That's great. That's
Like
great.
a sort of a Final Fantasy but vampires.
I like it. I like it. I
They
used to
should they
play.
should do it, I think.
Yeah.
They
I
should
used
do
to
it.
play. I used to play Silent Hill.
Silent
With
Hill would be cool as well, but as Resident Evil, they have a very specific soundtrack that
yeah.
it's kind of hard, you know, to touch, and especially they don't really have a lot of like song. It's more
Yeah.
about the music and the
Yeah.
vibe. And about a movie, it could be, you know, something like maybe a Marvel movie, still like an action heavy song to, you know, to play together, maybe a fight, you know, the boss fight,
Yeah. I
a
really
boss
liked it.
fight song, a epic boss fight song.
I really love it. I really love it. Really love it. Christina, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Really,
Thank
really
you.
was a pleasure. And I don't know if you aware that, but Lacuna Coil here in Brazil on Spotify is one of the greatest bands from Italy playing here in Brazil on Spotify from Brazil.
Yay.
Yeah.
Great news. I'll spread it with the guys.
Yeah.
I'll tell them.
Thank you very much. Very much. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
It was my pleasure.
Show me your beautiful hands fucking. Hey, 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 hey. It is again. I need to know. Something's wrong with all the words of our life. I'm feeling it's just that you've been in. Don't lose heart. Destiny of just a betrayal. Something's wrong with every line of our life. I don't realize that you've been